Hi, welcome to the experiment. For those of you who may be familiar with my work behind me, I do a lot of miniature painting, and if you're watching this on my gaming channel, then this might be new to you, and you might want to go check that out. For a lot of you, this might even be the first time seeing my face. That said, though, this is an experiment. So, me and my dad, as one of the hobbies that me and him do, is we race cars. That all said, I have been doing this pretty much since I was in college. We did this for a few years, and then my dad kind of lost the itch. You see, my first car was a Datsun 300Z, and I would trade something I can't say on this platform to have that car back. Anyway, I really loved that car, got a lot of great memories in that car, and really wish I still had it, despite the fact that every vehicle I've driven since then I have truly loved. That all said, the vehicle that you'll be seeing in today's video is owned by my dad. I am technically on the insurance, or at least he tells me that. I'm gonna assume I've been told the truth. That said, though, I really enjoy racing. Now, me and my dad do autocross, which, if you're not familiar with that term, is basically time trials. Basically, the person with the fastest lap within your category that your car belongs to is essentially the winner. Now, previously, when me and my dad did this, he blew me out of the water. But in today's footage, I got 2 full recordings of my 5 runs. Some technical difficulties, but we'll get to that later. I almost beat my dad. Now, for those of you who might think, well, if you guys have been racing for about the same amount of time, good for you. Except, no. My dad has been doing this pretty much since he was in college, so my dad's got about 50 years of experience on me, so the fact that I'm catching up as quickly as I am is kind of exciting for me. Now, the reason we're going to call this as an experiment is I don't really know how to edit a video like this, and I don't really know if it's anything that you guys actually want to watch, but I am excited to share it with you, at least in some capacity, as a hobby, the same way that I share my miniature painting on my other YouTube channel. Now, going forward, I will be posting all of the racing content here on the gaming channel. If you're watching this over on Tabletop Glory, the miniature painting channel, I will put a link in the description of that video to bring you guys over to the other channel if you're interested in watching more of this going forward. Who knows, maybe this will be a new ongoing thing, but my dad also is starting to do more traditional racing where all of the cars kind of go at once. That kind of spooks me out a little bit. I'm a little worried about hitting somebody, so I might not start doing that for a few months or a year or more until I get a little bit more confident under my belt, so to speak. But yeah. And maybe you guys can give me some suggestions on some equipment I can buy to help improve the videos going forward, or a better place to mount the camera, or pretty much almost anything. I'm all ears, especially if there's a better way of formatting these videos. So if you guys watch other people do autocrosses and you think the way that they edit their videos is more entertaining, let me know. I'll go check them out, and I'll do my own spin on that. Okay, so we're off to a wonderful start already, because I owe you guys an apology. So they had a map available that I could have taken a picture of. I didn't think to do that. I don't know why I thought you guys wouldn't want to see that, so I just didn't take a picture of it. So we went ahead and I grabbed an image off Google Maps and did my best to replicate it based on memory and the footage from the race. Take this with a huge grain of salt, because it's probably not perfect. I think it's good enough, though. I think you get a pretty good idea of the start, the end, and the rough bit of the track. I mean, some of these turns felt a lot sharper when I was driving them than when I drew them. And they may look significantly sharper in the footage, but I think it gives you a pretty good understanding of the layout here at TiggerTown. Now, this is TiggerTown Lakeland. If you guys are interested and you're local to Lakeland, come on and come out with us. This is hosted by the Sports Car Club of America, and we'd be happy to have more of you guys come along. That said, though, there is an admittance fee, and you got to sign some waivers up front, so do check that out on the website, and make sure that's all squared away if you decide to come join us. I'd hate for you guys to show up and basically get turned away at the door. So here I am setting up for lap number one. Now, keep in mind I am color deficient, and some of the cones as they get older are quite difficult for me to see because they kind of blend in with the pavement. That said though, everything is going smooth and fine. I should have been a little bit harder on the gas coming into this turn, but I'm able to kind of sling the car around and get going. Now, unfortunately, the car was not in sport mode because I forgot, but as we kind of head through what later became nicknamed in my head as Devil's Pass because of the number of cones, I managed to kind of boogie on through just fine. This slalom was really fun for some reason. Like, it shouldn't have been as fun as it was, but it was really fun to just kind of sling the car through there. This turn, no big deal. We kind of joked around that it was the only hairpin on the track that didn't feel like a hairpin, and right through the exit. Taking off in sport mode, good and proper. Spun the wheels a little more than I would have liked to, but we get on going right up into this first major turn. I let off the gas because my foot slipped. I know, right? Ended up being one of my best times of the day despite all that, though. Bringing it on in around through the corner and heading on into Devil's Pass. This is probably the best run that I had, despite it not being my best time of the day. Most confident coming through all of this, just kind of whipping the car around, having a lot of fun, and just really enjoying the track so far. Coming around through this last turn, probably could have gone just a little bit wider to set myself up for the slalom, and coming on out, I should have blasted through that last little zig going into the end, but honestly, I think it's all fine. Setting up for the third and final run. Unfortunately, I got disqualified on this. I did get to do 2 more laps, but I didn't record that because I just really wanted to focus on the race. I was feeling really good at this point, and then I just took this turn way too sharp and kind of just like slid through the like tail end of the gate. But other than that, everything went really smoothly, even in this section that I was having a hard time seeing just because of that jumbled mess of cones. Coming through this turn here, I felt like I should have been a little bit harder on the gas than what I was, but I think it worked out just fine. And then coming through this final wide turn here, I went probably slightly wider than I should have at the start, and I probably could have gotten on the gas just a little harder, a little sooner, so that I didn't have to get on the brake right there, right at the end before I crossed the finish line. Now, my dad went after me on nice warmed-up tires, now mind you, but if you look at the times, well, although his skill definitely shows, I am catching up, and confidently catching up. We have another race coming up here in a couple of weeks, and I am excited to see how I favor compared to him this time around, now that I'm starting to build up some confidence in this car. Now, you'll notice that my dad got disqualified on 3 of his laps. He has no idea why, and I couldn't tell from where I was watching, so we're just going to have to leave that one up to the staff and assume that they saw something we didn't. Well, there you have it. If you were not familiar with autocross before and you think it's pretty cool and you think your car might be competitive and you feel confident in doing racing of this sort, because remind you, you're basically the only guy out on the track, so if you hit something, it's just a rubber cone. That's not going to hurt your car at all. So if you want to come out and try this for yourself, I highly recommend you go ahead and sign up for your next local event with the Sports Car Club of America. Now, there are a lot of clubs all over that do this exact same sort of thing, but this is just the club that I'm a part of. And no, this is not affiliated or anything. I just really like these guys. That said, also though, the Sports Car Club of America does offer a safety course, and some insurances do recognize that safety course, and you can get a discount on your insurance. Which means that if your parents are paying your insurance, you can get them a discount just by taking this course. It's a 1-day course, and it's really great for accident avoidance and teaching you how to drive aggressively without being aggressive, which can really help you out in an emergency situation. I cannot tell you the number of times in my life where I probably should have been involved in an accident, but was able to avoid the accident as a direct result of some of the training that came from taking that course. So my lived experience is, if you can afford to take the course, whether you want to race your car or not, you should absolutely go and take that course, or find a similar course in your local area to take, because the skills it's going to teach you is immensely valuable out in the real world for keeping yourself safe and all the other passengers in the car safe. Well, that's going to wrap things up for today. Hopefully you guys learned a little something about a new hobby that you maybe didn't know existed. All of that said, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to continue to post some more videos about this sort of stuff going forward in the future, just because it's a fun way to document the hobby. And if you guys end up enjoying it, then maybe you'll come back around and watch a few more. Please and thank you. If you're not really interested in this sort of thing, but again, yeah, I do miniature painting, which I know is becoming more and more popular these days, and I do them from the standpoint of embracing mistakes and happy little accidents, just like Bob Ross, and I show you the whole process. I don't try to hide anything behind movie magic and skip steps or anything that you might see with some other content creators, so maybe you guys want to stick around for that, or go check that out. If you're over on my gaming channel, go check me out at Tabletop Glory. Irregardless, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week. Bye-bye.